Good morning. It's Monday. The kids have gone back to school. Oh, it just feels like they've never been there with all that strike stuff that we had going on. Always get two feelings when the kids have been at home for a while and then they go back to school. One of, they're going to be at school, there's like just loads of stuff I've been wanting to get done and I can crack on with, and just like jobs that need ticking off, fucking everything else. And the other one is like, man, I just want a day to regroup. Just be me for a day. Just get my energy back. You know what I mean? Right, I'm gonna do a little workout. So I'm gonna get the kettlebells and me powerlets and get on the pull-up bar. Do a little workout. And then I want to sort out my books. My bookshelf. Long term, I'm going to put another shelf up. And although it's like not raining today, it's still very like damp, soggy. So it's still not quite the weather to be outside like cutting wood and making stuff. Because I don't even know if the wood's dry. But yeah, I done my little workout Friday, Saturday. I didn't do Sunday. Today's Monday. I'll get back on it. Keep that ball rolling. Hope you're okay. Have a good day. Have a good sit down for a few minutes after all that. So I try not to stop in between. I just go from one thing to the next thing. Just do a whole round of just fucking doing everything. I might stand and like have a couple of seconds before starting the next thing, but other than that, right, I don't fucking stop. Okay. I'm gonna run a little errand. I need to pop the shop and do some Amazon returns. Do you remember when we went to Bakewell a couple of vlogs ago? And I said that we're in that shop and I wanted some Terry Pratchett books, but one of them was like £5 cheaper on Amazon. So I bought one from the store and ordered the other one off Amazon. So the book came, but look at the state of the edges on it. Can you see? Not even at the top, it just looks dirty. But yeah, especially there, it's like dented in a bit. It's all like no. So I went on Amazon and said, can we replace it? So this one came. See, it's just all white and worn. And even on the tips there, a little bit of a dink in that top corner. Like, I know you could call me petty, but if I bought a brand new book, I want it fucking brand new. I wouldn't mind if it looked like that over time, of me using it and wearing it like, yeah, it's used, it's my used book, but it's just not ideal. But yeah, so I'm going to go do that now. And then get back and sort my books out. So, in the shop, took them returns to the post office, done that, just had lunch with the wife, carried on reading my book. This book you can't really tell from the thickness of it because this is a collection. How many stories are there in this? Hang on. There are 11 short stories in this book. I've read most of them already, and I've read the biggest one in there, but now I'm just kind of going through it to finish off the other ones because it feels like I've got an unfinished book on my shelf, so I don't like that. But I fucking love books. I've always loved books. Like, I've not always loved reading, but I have always loved books. So, when I was younger, you'll laugh at this, I read the Twilight Saga. I was a teenager, late teen, I read them. Earlier than that, I remember reading The Angry Aztecs. I think I might have read my Eminem book when I was younger as well. But other than that, I didn't fully get into reading. I think the Twilight books were the closest I got. I know, have a laugh, it's fine. But for the most part, I've just enjoyed books. Just the look of books, bookshops, bookshelves. Anytime we went anywhere, I'd want to go in a bookshop, even just to fucking look. And I'd even buy some sometimes. I would buy the odd book and whatnot. I think the closest I got really to reading a lot younger time? What the fuck am I on about? It was manga, like, because I liked my anime and I'd read me manga, because if you're not into anime, it comes from the manga. So if you catch up with the anime and you're like, I want to know what fucking happens next, if you knew about it, then you'd know the manga was always ahead, because the manga always got made first. So then you'd get into reading the manga novels and then the anime once it came out. So yeah, my book collection kind of consists of a lot of books I've bought over the years just from liking books. I've got books that I've bought because I've listened to the audiobook. I've done that for a while. When I used to be an electrician, I'd be on the job and whatnot. I'd always have my earphones in, whether I'd be listening to a podcast or music or audiobooks. I'd do a lot. But what I'd do is if I listened to an audiobook and I really liked it, then I'd buy a physical copy as well. I haven't done it for all the audiobooks I've done just because money. But the main one being was just over a year ago, me and the wife were talking and whatnot, and I wanted to read more. I wanted to be on my phone less. So I actually started just reading my manga again when I was on the fucking toilet. And then like I say, I've been getting books for years. I had this book, Final Empire, which is the Mistborn book one, which is all like really big now, and there's going to be a film about it and everything else. Like I tried to make a start of it at some point, don't know when the fuck. So anyway, after reading my manga for a bit, I picked this up again, and since this, I haven't stopped. I went from this book, so then I read the second one of it, then the third, so I read those three. So basically, up to there, all these books I've read in just over a year, and I've got a manga box set downstairs of 20 books that I read as well. That's on the nice shelf in the living room. So yeah, I'm at a point now where I'm really glad that my love of books has now turned into a love of reading. Anywho, I think, like I said in Friday's vlog, I want to sort this shelf out. I'm going to stick you over there and I'm going to start going through all these fucking books. And obviously I'll have a chat to you in between. Kind of like when we're sorting the shed out when I'm like, oh fucking hell, I forgot I had this. You know what I mean? It's going to be fun. Who remembers the PG Tips monkey? Was it also Johnny Vegas? Monkey. Oh, I used to do a great impression of him, but yeah. Love the PG Tips monkey. We continue. So I'm already finding myself at a bit of a loss, because I'm like, I don't know what to get rid of. There's some mildly obvious ones. I was thinking, why did I have a couple books like that stood up flat? And it's because this isn't a nice view. These are all my comics. I went a bit nuts on comics early last year, and year before that I didn't have any comics. I'm sure I've got some downstairs. I got these as well. This Iron Man series, Extremis Part 1 of 6. So I tried getting like limited series is what I've got. I think the biggest one I've got is like this 30 volume. That'll be another video. I don't have time for that today, but yeah, I'll get all my comics and go through what comics I've got. So it'd be nice to get all my manga together, because I've got my manga on here. But then I've got my Death Note now, so that's manga. This is manga. I've got these Lockwood & Co. books, because me and the wife watched like season 1 on Sky and really enjoyed it, and then I found the books pretty cheap. I just need to keep sorting through. I've got some cool books, man. A lot like the weird one. Like I got the visual history, that one. What the fucking hell? That was one of my birthdays. See, this one, Stewie's Guide to World Domination, and that from when I was a kid. I had that when I was a kid. I've got my Eminem Angry Blonde book, along with my big Eminem book, which is this one. I love this book aesthetically, mainly because watch this. Like, they're meant to be actual copies of his actual scribbles. Like, it's just sick. I have read that book cover to cover. That was one of the ones where I said when I was younger, and I did read that one. So that ain't going nowhere. This one on my birthday is Be More Japan. See, this is like one of the ones where, like, I'm actually going to read that. But I'm like, but I like having it on the shelf. So it's this hard thing, and it's like, what do I like having on the shelf? What do I actually want to read? I couldn't get rid of that. Same with this one. The Back to the Future Ultimate Visual History. That's a big, chunky book. But it's just cool again because you get like Doc's notes in it and stuff. Like, do not open until 1985. And like this one. Lose gaff. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I might get rid of this one. Like, I'm not too bothered about it. I don't know. That might have been a gift at some point. That can go on. I need to make piles. That could be a maybe pile. I'll put that there. Right, okay. This is from when I was a kid. This Where's Wally book. I should probably put that in the kids' room. See, it's just ones that it's like, yeah, it's not on the shelf like this one. That's nice. But am I really going to look through it? Like, I just watched a David Attenborough documentary. These ones are fucking cool. So I've got, when I'm in my studio, behind me is my Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Game Collector's Edition figure diorama. And it's been that long, I forgot what else I got with it. And actually, I got this book with it. That's cool. And a map for the game. So that would be nice to frame the map. Yeah, this book's just lovely. And then, you know, I've been playing Borderlands again lately. I've got the artwork of Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, and I won't lie, I discovered these the other day when I was first looking at shelves, and I've got the limited edition strategy guide, and I've got that downstairs on my chair because I wanted to flick through it. Because it's got Claptrap's Guide to Minioning, and I wanted to read that, so that's cool. I've got a Banksy art book. I like Banksy artwork and whatnot, but like, how often am I going to look through that book, really? Like, I like my story books, and I don't mind my game books. Books when I was a kid. Because that Japan one I probably will read through. This ain't a book, it's a fucking film. It's like a limited edition film, but it has got like a little comic book in with it, but I think that can go with films. Yes, I've got The Last Ronin. This will go with comics. But there's 2 or 3 more that follow on from this storyline, so I want those as well, and I want them in hardback to go with that. So that definitely keeping. I've got Where's the Wookiees instead of Where's the Search for Chewie. I don't know, I might keep that. That's quirky enough for me to keep. Oh, see, this is a hard one as well. This from when I was a kid. I've had this since I was a kid, but I've never used it to draw cartoon techniques. So that's a maybe pile again. This will be keeping when I was a kid. Can't get rid of that. That's just cool. I've got little ones like this one. I ain't going to flick through it because this is where... Oh, no, it is. So it's one of them personalised like birthday gift books. So it's got all my kids' names in and whatnot and story about me sort of thing. So there's that. These 2 books, man. I've had them on my shelf for years and I've never read them, but they just look cool. I just don't know if I'll ever actually read the psychology book. I don't know. I might still try and keep hold of them. I just gotta get a vacuum, that's what I need to do. I know I've got a few up there as well. This is all the wife's side, but there's a few up there. Like, I've got a dictionary and a thesaurus that I bought when I started rapping, because I heard that Eminem read a dictionary, so I was like, I'm gonna get a fucking dictionary and read it. I don't. I might get rid of them because you just do all that on your phone and Google and shit now. I've got the Harry Potter books. I tried reading when I was a kid, but I didn't get into. I love the films though. I've got the Maze Runner books because me and the wife got into that when we saw the first film together. I might put those in the kids' rooms. I've got some other books up there as well, but I'm going to show you them in a little bit instead of telling you because they're fucking cool. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm going to run down and get the comics that I think I've got downstairs. The only reason I haven't brought them up is because they ain't got sleeves and boards. See, these are in a sleeve and it's got a board. But I know I've got some that haven't got sleeves and boards and I didn't want to bring them up until I got sleeves and boards. So yeah, I've got about an hour and a half left for a school run. There, hope you're having a nice day. Let me know if you like books or if you like reading or if you've got a book collection. Yeah, let me know. don't know if I've positioned you guys well enough to see me doing it. And if either way, so I've moved all my manga from here to here. So I've got it going across there. I've put Teddy there for now. I'm going to move him, and I've got it there. So I've got almost this whole shelf that's manga. I've put Star-Lord there because if you look over here, see these books sticking out? That's because when I made this whole shelf thing and had the idea for it, and like I know I've got the chains that go up and actually go into roof joists. Anyway, the way I've put it on the wall is bits like this. So that screws to the wall. So when you put a book there, obviously it makes the book sit further forward more. And it's hard when you're using novels because they're all the same thickness, so they sit forward like that, which I hate. Anyway, on about the shelf up there, I said there was a few. I've took them down. So yeah, it was these ones that I'm either going to get rid of or give the kids. But the really cool thing that was up there was this box set. Oh yeah! I love the film. If you watch the episode when I saw it in my shed, you'd see I've got the poster for Scott Pilgrim Save the World. And yeah, I've got these. And they're like comic manga, so... Manga shelf! Sorry, Teddy. Hello, Mr. Pilgrim. Which is perfect, because I needed a box set there. Because I didn't want those kind of books sitting at an angle, because they're not hardback. That bit of wood that makes the books sit out, I've kind of played with it here, and I've left it again, so it makes this box set go a bit of an angle, slightly. Which just accents it a little bit nicer. Right then. I've got these. I'm dusty as fuck. So these, they were fucking expensive at the time. It was before I met the wife and everything. I'm sure it was like 200 quid I spent on this fucker. Because I remember watching the video as well. This is like the whole Linkin Park band. They walked into like this room and had like a whole body scan 3D imagery done of them, and then it printed them. Obviously back then 3D printing, like you couldn't own 3D printers and stuff. This is probably like fucking 15 years ago I bought these. Yes, they're dusty as fuck. Disgusting. But they're cool, and I'm like, oh, they might still fit in that gap actually. Got this old M&M figure. I lost his hands, but I like to leave it looking like he's screaming because he's lost his hands. Yeah, you know, things. What time are we on? Shit. 2 o'clock. Okay, cool. Still got like an hour. I got these as well from up on that other shelf. I don't know if I'm ever going to read them, so they're on the probably get rid of pile. This is the book. How to Rap, the Art and Science of MCing. This book is the one that taught me how to rap, basically. This is the one where, if you've watched my vlog about starting to rap again, or my podcast about rapping, that's the book where I'd literally read like just a couple pages every night, but I'd read those couple pages over and over for an hour because I really wanted it to sink in. And it's great because it references songs and syllable layouts and everything and rhyme schemes. It's fucking great. I did buy the second one, but I never read it. This is a cool old one. It's funny, but you know I'm a big Back to the Future fan. So of course I've got Grey Sports Almanac. I'm never going to read it, but I can't not own that. So that's staying. Oh, this I want to read. Hence why I've got it. When it was the Lego Movie 2. When that... No, I watched the Lego Movie, fucking loved it. And then the Lego Movie 2 came out like the week of my birthday. But I'd only just watched the first one. So anyway, fucking loved it. And yeah, this was one of the one. Batman's Guide to Being Cool. I like that. Then we've got some more like life ones. So I've got Jocko Willink's Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. This book's really cool the way it's all in black. Me versus me. I do love Jocko. I could probably do with getting into some of his podcasts again. Will Smith's book, Will. So this, I listened to the audiobook, loved it, decided to buy the real book. This is before the whole slap thing, so I'm like, yeah, I might get rid of that. I don't know, I enjoyed the book, man. That can probably stay. And the whole slap thing, I'm really 50-50 with it. He probably shouldn't have, really, should he? Let's be honest, like I do like Chris Rock. He should have handled that better. I don't know, I'm not getting into it. 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Everyone should own that. Dean Stott, Relentless. Fuck yeah. Gary V's Crushing It. Gary V, just Crush It. because it's Crush It, then Crushing It. I did miss out this Emotional Intelligence 2.0. I've read that once. I probably won't read it again. Like, I get it. Don't be a dick. Which kind of goes the same for a lot of these. But so Will Smith, Jordan Peterson, Dean Stark, Crushing It, Jocko's books. I've done them all in audiobook. They're ones that I mentioned earlier where I've listened to the audiobook and then I've bought the actual one. So anything like that, that's like the 12 Rules for Life, the Dean Stark one, Relentless, Crushing It, stuff about like you know, self-improvement, that sort of stuff. I tend to audiobook it. But yeah, I would like to buy a copy of Jocko's main book. I forgot what it's called now. Anyway. Oh, Kobushi. Some haikus. That could be cool. These ones, I watched The Witcher on Netflix and fucking loved it before they got rid of Henry Cavill. So I bought the books. I don't think it was big of a thing for the books. And it was these ones. Because that's like season 1. Then there's that one. And that one. And I'm like, there's some way better covers now. So I'm like, if I do decide to read the books, I'll probably get the other books because I prefer the covers on them. This is a long vlog. Sorry. If you watch all of this, thank you. Because I'm talking a lot as I go, and I... Long vlog! So I think it was yesterday. This vlog, I was like, the channel isn't ready for long vlogs. But I can't split this one up. It's a whole big job I'm doing. Sorry. I'm going to go. I'm sorry, I know I just left you, but this is the other book I was on about. It's the Borderlands Limited Edition Strategy Guide. And it's a beautiful hardback. I think I'm finished. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So I've got this here. So I've got me Game of Thrones books. I like it because I've got the Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, but I've put that next to Bart Simpson's A Guide to Life. So I think those two are good together. And then I've got me Lockwood and Co. And these Scythe series books I want to read at some point. These ones in between. So I've got Sun Tzu's The Art of War, Bruce Lee's Little Black Book. I've got The Art of War and Do the Work, and I've also got this little in between there. I've managed to get my Linkin Park things to fit, but now at least I've got all my manga on one shelf with my Star-Lord Funko and my Renault Clio. So yeah, these came like just that metal colour, but I had a little like touch-up stick the same colour my car was, so I actually painted it. Scott Pilgrim's there. These two, I couldn't convince myself to let them go. But yeah, so that's up there now. I still want to go through all my comics because I can't even remember what I've got. Because when I started buying comics, it was like a proper hyper fixation. It was just the numbers. I wanted to keep I wanted that, you know, I'd find like a series and be like, oh, there's 20 of that series. I'll just be hunting down all 20. Once I'd got the 20 of that series, and then I'll get the next one. So I'm not even sure what I've got, to be honest. This is just nice now, none on top. I've put them there for now. These are my 3 decks of cards. So I've got Naruto, Back to the Future, and these are Ninja Turtle ones. So they're just cool. I really like them. So let's say some more on my manga, because I've got Death Note. I've read Volume 1 of Black Torch, that was cool. I haven't read the Sword Art Online one. I've read Volume 1 of Doctor Stone, that was cool. This Earth Expansion, 1 to 4. Fucking loved that. I was like, right, I'll get the next one. Turned out it was cancelled, and there's nothing on the internet as to why, so that was annoying. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1, enjoyed that. I'm up to date with Kaiju number 8. I got these 2 for my birthday. I can't remember the names of the characters, but that one's about that one, and that one's about that one. I don't actually know what that is. I used to get that Loot Crate, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a monthly subscription, just get a crate with just like geeky stuff in. I think that came with that. That I haven't read yet. So that looks cool. I've got Dragon Ball Super 1 and 2. But I stopped getting them because I think the wife got me one of them for like a birthday or something. But I'm like, I've got the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball manga box sets in my studio, so I've stopped buying them because I want the fucking box set when that's eventually out. I've still got the Scott Pilgrim box set. I've got these separate issues, so I've got Kakoshi's Story, Itachi's story and Shikamaru's. I've got this one. No, I think that's like a separate, like one on its own. This is a nice book, the official character data book. I bought these recently, so I've got After God Volume 1 to read. Solo Leveling Volume 1. This Assassin's Creed series Volume 1, because I love Assassin's Creed. This Steins Gate one, I think again that came with a loot crate, but I might try it. All You Need Is Kill, I did buy that because I thought that would just look crazy and it sounded cool. Either way, that sounds cool, so I got that. This is a Frankenstein one. And I like Full Metal Alchemist, and I've watched all the anime, but they do these really nice... fucking hell, everything's sliding. Hardback versions, so I've got Volume 1 and 2. So eventually, obviously, it'd be nice to have the whole set. One of my book runs recently, I got this. Complete collection. Fucking loved that film when I was a kid. Spawn, it's fucking crazy. So that's all my manga. Obviously, while I'm sorting my books out, I'm not including this box set, that box set, this box set, that box set, that box set, this one, this one, this one, and my Bakuman one that I've got in the living room. So yeah, I've already showed you like those ones, like game ones and like Back to the Future and stuff like that. All comics, self-improvement kind of books. This one's cool. This is my Complete Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm. I really like that. So a lot of the old like nursery tales and stuff that you know, they've all been like proper watered down. The original Grimm stories are really grim, like they're fucking cool. Magician of the Gods. This one's Norse mythology. I haven't read that one yet. This had for my birthday, so it's a Space Wolf's Warhammer Space Wolf novel. So I want to read that. I've got Dune. I've got Wheel of Time book 1. Now that is massive. Like if I had the whole Wheel of Time series, it would go from there to like fucking here. So I'm scared to read that because if I'm probably going to enjoy it, and I'm probably going to want to read that, and then it's going to be a whole other another big series. But because I've pretty much just finished all of this, I've still got to read that one, Tress of the Emerald Sea. I've read that one. From red down, I've read them all. So yeah, I want to try and dabble in a few little ones. That's why I've got Terry Pratchett, Next Reaper Man, to read. Oh yeah, I've cleared my bedside bit as well. I used to have all my books there, and some Funkos there. So now I've got books there. So this is tidier. Just my little picture of me and my kids when we went Warhammer World. And I've moved my Funkos then up on top of the wife's shelf next to her. So she's got Tsunade and I've got Jiraiya. Then I've got my Billy Madison and Bobby Boucher, Bulbasaur. Got some more Naruto ones there. And we've got Goku and Chi-Chi. Yeah. And then me like dad teddies I've put there with the dragon, because I used to be on top. So yeah, man, I think I'm done. I think I'm happy. I've enjoyed doing that, and I'm feeling way better about how neat it is and tidy and whatnot. Oh, I didn't finish it. Sorry. So I've got Malice. I want to read that. I haven't read that yet because that's part of a short series, so I want to read that. This sounds fucking cool. Leviathan Wakes. That's another short series. I think there's 3 or 5 books in that series, so I want to read that. This is an indie author that I really like on Facebook. I like his videos and I like how he promotes himself. So I want to try that. I'm not too keen on the quality of the book itself, but he's an indie author, so you know he's starting out. So I want to read that because that'll be a nice little series to get into, because I mean, you look at the size of it compared to what I've been used to. I'm sorry most of the vlog has taken part in my bedroom, but this is where my books are, because this is pretty much where I read. I read in bed or downstairs, but you know, it's where I keep my books. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to end the rest of the day. I'm just going to be with the kids and whatnot. I've got to do the school run in 15-20 minutes, so I might have a quick tea and then go get them. But yeah, feeling way better about my bookshelf now. That's a lot better. Those are going to go in my kids' room somewhere. Those I'm getting rid of. That is just my Eminem thing and my Linkin Park albums. So they're going to go in the studio. Other than that, I'm all finished. I'm all done. Like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz, and I shall see you in tomorrow's video.